Well, Tom Brady posted a video yesterday that caught my attention where he says, I love talk radio, and it was clips of all the different people who were saying he's washed up and Gronk's washed up and he doesn't look good, and it's all stuff from throughout the 2020 season, and then he rubs it in everyone's face that they won the Super Bowl. And my reaction was, now do one with all the over-the-top media praise for the quarterback after a Super Bowl that was won by the defense, because that's precisely what happened. And Miles, I will stand by this till the day I die and beyond. If you flip Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady in Super Bowl 55, the Buccaneers still win the game, and it's worse than 31-9.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I'm actually kind of surprised you said that, obviously. But yes, no, there's no doubt, because look, the Buccaneers defense was tremendous in that game. And yes, they did get some good throws out of Tom Brady, but I think mostly they just had a good scheme and a good plan, and they just, kicked the holy hell out of the Chiefs. I don't know how else to say it. The Chiefs didn't even get into the end zone. So yeah, that defense won that game, and it just is what it is. But just call him Tom Petty, man. He's free-falling, and, that's the kind of thing that he wants to do.
That's true. Look, I've got multiple problems with what he did yesterday. I mean, first of all, and I'm going to forget them, so hopefully they'll all come back to me. But the first one is this. Talk radio, look, we're filling content every day, and we're going to react when you have a bad game. And newsflash, Tom, you didn't have 19 or 20 great games. You had this moment, right? That wasn't part of the video that he put up when he's showing four fingers. He had a bad NFC Championship. He was horrible for 3 straight drives. He threw interceptions. He tried to blow the game. Not that he tried to, but he had interceptions on 3 straight games. If the defense doesn't bow up, they do lose that game to the Green Bay Packers. Think about that headline the next day. If they had been up 28-10 and blown the game because of 3 Tom Brady interceptions, one of which was just the, hey, I'm 43. It's like the old, you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses. You wouldn't hit a guy who's 43. I better throw the ball before somebody hits me. And that's fine. He's the man in the arena. I respect him for that. It just rubs me the wrong way. Like, I don't want the guys who have become the best ever to act like this. It is petty. It is short-sighted. I mean, we're here every day, not that it's actual work, but we promote the sport. We hype the legend, and we give him his due when he is deserving of it. And he was incessantly praised after the Super Bowl. Oh, and by the way, you've won the Super Bowl. We saw you throw the trophy from one boat to the next. Shouldn't that be enough? Why do you have to come back a week later with a very selective glimpse at the justifiable at the time criticisms of the games where you weren't very good? What do you gain from that? I just thought the whole thing was weird, and it's beneath him. That's my bottom line. He's better than that. Or maybe he isn't.
No, like I said, Mike, he's Tom Petty. He just wants you to stop dragging his heart around, okay? Is that too hard? Look, I think that whenever Tom Brady starts talking about these kinds of things, it's interesting because he always creates a straw man. Like from a couple of years ago when he started talking about, when he was still with the Patriots, everybody says we suck and we can't win any games.
Oh. But the Chargers, when they beat the Chargers, nobody believed in this. Who's nobody? Everybody believed in you.
Exactly. Who was saying that? I don't know who was saying that at all. Everybody still thinks that you can win games, Tom Brady. It's just you who has to create this perception or whatever it is in your mind that people are against me. And we saw this in The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, right? I took that personally, and now it's just a huge meme. Whatever it is that makes these guys great, and whatever it is that they get in their mind that somebody is against me, and I've got to make sure that I stick it to them. It works for them, clearly, but I tend to agree with you that it should be beneath them.
Yeah, and it's funny because I tweeted what I tweeted, and people reacted, and it's amazing how many ardent Tom Brady fans there are out there who took issue with my observation. Chris Sims somehow got injected into the conversation. People think that Chris has an unreasonable dislike for Tom Brady, so someone created that, and that's just awesome. Oh, that's great. That's great. Little baby Chris with his hands on the trophy. just like when he was 5 years old and his dad won the trophy with the New York Giants. But I just don't get it. And you're right, Miles. It may be as basic and as fundamental as when you've climbed the mountain that many times, you need to find motivation wherever you can. And if you need to embellish and or fabricate it, you do it. Michael Jordan did it. He admitted it. All that matters is what you think. And whether it's a straw man or whether it's a real thing, whatever you can do to get yourself rolling out of bed at 5 a.m., drinking, broccoli smoothies, eating avocado ice cream, never having a cheeseburger, never throwing back a beer, having a one sip of tequila that makes you weekend at Bernie's at the Super Bowl parade. That's how you do. How do you do it every day? You do it every day by creating real or imagined enemies that are constantly conspiring against you. That's it.
I guess.
And I like that because it's related in a weird sort of way. It's relatable because we all need that reason to get out of bed every morning and go do what we do. And he looks for any reason he can. If he has to make it up, he will.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Like we said, it works for him clearly. He's been to 10 Super Bowls and won 7 of them. So I guess it just works for him. Though I did think it was funny. I was watching one of these Super Bowl pregame shows, and he was on there with an interview. I guess it must have been on CBS because they had these Nickelodeon kids that were from that broadcast that they did of the Saints-Bears game, and they were interviewing him, and they asked him, like, when was the last time you had a slice of pizza? And he said, oh, it was actually a couple of weeks ago. And I don't believe that for a second.
It was cauliflower crust with cheese that was manufactured from a fully organic goat's milk that has only ever eaten totally organic, hydroponically grown grass that is fed by. I could just keep going, but yeah, it's pizza. It looks like pizza, but it's not made of anything that would be in the pizza that you and I would eat. So I'm really tempted here to make a bunch of bad puns from Tom Brady, Tom Petty songs. You pulled in a couple naturally. I'm going to pass on the opportunity because the devil on my left shoulder is screaming out a few things, and he's going to lose at least for now. And Matt Casey's saying, do it. They weren't very good. If they were good, I would have done them. I'll give in to the devil on the left shoulder when it's good. It's not worth it. So let's just take a break.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.